My name is Jason Jackson. I'm State Councilman for the City of El Centro, Master of Ceremonies today, and I'd like to welcome everybody to a extremely exciting day for the City of El Centro, exciting day for our citizens, our staff members, and our council, everybody that's put in so much work to get us to this finish line. And today we're going to unveil it. You guys are going to enjoy it. And I can't say anything about this facility. It is absolutely amazing, and you're going to be blown away once you get through the door. So I'd like to get started with an invocation and blessing with Pastor Sean Arvizu from the Calvary Chapel of El Centro. Sean, if you'd like to come up.
Jason. Well, good morning, everyone. As Jason was saying, this truly is an exciting day. What a joy for us to get together on this beautiful October morning. I just want to share very briefly from God's Word as we proceed forward with the rest of our time together. And this is out of the Bible, out of 1 John chapter 4. Just listen and enjoy the Word. It says, "Dear friends, here in the community of El Centro, let us love one another, for love comes from God. Everyone who loves has been born of God and knows God. Whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love. This is how God showed his love among us. He sent his one and only Son into the world that we might live through him. This is love, not that we loved God, but that he loved us and sent his Son as an atoning sacrifice for our sins. Dear friends, since God has so loved us, we also ought to love one another." I thought that was a fitting passage for us this morning as we unveil this beautiful facility, that this aquatic center would be known as a place of love, cherished memories, that our community would be known as a place of love, most importantly, be known for God's love, specifically the love of Jesus for all of us. Let's pray. Father, we thank you so much for this morning. What a joy for you to wake us up today, to get to enjoy this time together. We ask that you would be glorified in all that this community does. I pray for many cherished memories to be made in this place, for families to come together, to laugh, have a wonderful time, for the community to have unity in this place. I ask that you would bless the community, bless the staff members here, and would this be used to lift you up. And we ask these things in the name and for the glory of Jesus Christ. Amen. God bless. Love you guys.
Thank you, Sean. At this time, I'd like to introduce some of our dignitaries that have come here to celebrate with us today. We'll start off with, we've got city council members from the city of Brawley, Norbert Haudegi and George Nava. We have the Honorable Monica Negrete. We have Supervisors Ray Castillo and Luis Placarte. We have Senator Ben Wesso. We have our city council. We've got Cheryl Walker, our pro tem, Efren Silva, our mayor, Edgar Garcia, and council member Tomas Oliva. We got Tippy Duck. There's always a dignitary, right? I don't know what that says, that he gets more applause than the rest of you guys, but I also want to acknowledge all of our city staff. Marcelo Piedra, our city manager. We've got Adriana Nava, our community services director. I know we have a ton of others out here. Abraham, our city engineer. Who else am I missing? Stacy. Hey, you know what? How about all of our city staff? Because you know what? You guys are all dignitaries today. This project could not be, we could not get here without all the work from all you guys. Deborah McGarry, SoCal Gas and IVEDC president in the back over there. This is always one of those tough things. Oh, Sedalia just came in. Sedalia Sanders, one of our past council members and mayors. Thank you, Sedalia, for being here. Am I missing anybody? These are always that tough thing because you always, people wander in and you miss them. But I got them. Yeah, I got them. So, and you know what? Everybody here, you know, you guys are all dignitaries today, all residents of El Centro. This is for you guys. This all the work that we've put in, the city staff, the council, everybody that's worked so hard. We've done this because of you guys, for the residents. I'll have to tell you guys, I lost my voice on Monday, and the staff was freaking out because I was supposed to MC this thing. So I've been trying to nurse my voice back in the last week. But I didn't want to miss this because it's a very exciting time for us. A lot of work, and I mean, we're talking years. And I know we've been criticized by some. We've even been criticized that we're opening in October. But you know, that's, excuse me. My response to that is that's kind of short-sighted because we're not opening this for this year. We're opening it for generations. So whether we open in October or July, this facility is going to be here for the next 50 years. So we're very excited. At this time, I'm going to bring up our mayor, Edgar Garcia, and he's going to give the state of the city.
First and foremost, welcome everyone to the city of El Centro. It's overwhelming to see this finally come to fruition. I know all of you are going to enjoy this facility for many, many years to come. It is an amazing, amazing facility. It's a testament to the hard work of all of the city workers, the city council, and everybody who had a part to play in getting this done. So thank you for coming on this early Saturday morning. Today, we are celebrating the long-awaited grand opening of the City of El Centro's new Aquatic Center. Like I said previously, this place is just overwhelming. It's beautiful, and it's so important to the quality of life for our residents. We all know what it's like in the summer. And it's wonderful to have a facility like this for all of our residents to enjoy. And this isn't just a facility for El Centro. This is a community facility for the county. And I think it's going to be enjoyed by all of the county residents. Every city has challenges, and every city has accomplishments. It is the accomplishments that sets the city of El Centro apart from many others. To have accomplishments, it takes a full team effort. We are a team here in the city of El Centro. It's not just council members or our dedicated city manager, Marcella. It is every single person who comes to work and does such an exemplary job. And we have a wonderful quality of life with our city employees. And we truly are a team and work together. I'd like to take a moment to thank Adriana Nava, Abraham Campos, Mike Reed, and many of our other directors and employees that have done so much to make something like this possible. We've already introduced our city council members, but I would like to name them again. Please stand. Mayor Pro Tem Efrain Silva. Councilmember Cheryl Villegas Walker. Councilmember Tomas Oliva. And our Master of Ceremonies, who's losing his voice, Councilmember Jason Jackson. It is the dedication of the public servants and the city employees that spent countless hours in order to effectuate the type of projects that we've been trying to bring into this city. It's not just business development, but it's also quality of life. We do this because we love this city. We live in this city. We raise our children in this city. And that's why it's so important and so wonderful to be here today to see such an enormous project. That's why I chose to do the State of the City today, because I wanted everyone to see all of the hard work, the countless hours, all the material we review, everything that we have to do. We do it for our residents, and we do it so we can have wonderful projects like this. Now, we have a lot of other things that are coming down the pipeline and things that we've already done. Clearly, Measure P has worked. We have had the opportunity to use Measure P funds to do repaving and striping for all of our city lots. We've redone the Stark Field Playground. You have seen the Buckland Park improvements, and they are more to come. It's very, very exciting times in the city of El Centro. We've widened La Brucherie and paved it. La Brucherie and Main Street intersection has been widened, and we have signal lights coming in. And my personal favorite, like my council member Cheryl always says, a preview of coming attractions. We are building a new park behind Fire Station 3. It has yet to be named, but the equipment that's going to be installed there is going to be groundbreaking for the county. It's going to be ADA compliant. It's going to be all-inclusive. And it is going to be a wonderful child-centered park with a walking trail and workout station as well. And it's just going to be a new addition to this wonderful city. So I don't know how many of you want to get in this pool, but I'll keep this short. We are very, very proud of the accomplishments that we have had, and we will continue to work tirelessly to improve the quality of life of not only the residents of El Centro, but of any visitor or county resident that wishes to use our facilities. And we are very, very proud of this wonderful accomplishment. This aquatic center will stand here for years, decades, and I hope that it's used by everyone. Thank you very, very much. We look forward to working diligently for our residents and to continue with these amazing projects. I'd also like to acknowledge the person who keeps me going. My wife, Ari Garcia, and my three little monsters who I know are waiting to jump into the pool: Alexander Garcia, Nathan Garcia, and Dominic Garcia. These projects are a labor of love, and we will continue to do it. Thank you very much for coming, and welcome again to the city of El Centro. Okay.
Thank you, Mayor. As you can see, we have a lot of things to be proud of in the city of El Centro, and this is just one of them, but obviously this is a big one. But there's a lot more to come over the next year to 18 months. At this time, I'd like to bring up Tomas Oliva, representing Juan Vargas, Congressman, 51st District.
So I'm going to be very brief because I'm double dipping today. So as many of you may know, my day job, I do represent Congressman Juan Vargas here in Imperial County. And
You want me to do this for you?
yeah, please. Just for technical reasons, right? On behalf of the United States House of Representatives, on behalf of Congressman Juan Vargas and the residents of the 51st Congressional District, I would like to congratulate you on your grand opening and for improving the quality of life for the residents of Imperial County. Thank you for your outstanding commitment to recreation and invaluable service to the community. Best of luck and all the wishes in your new project. Mayor.
Okay, it's also my great honor to bring up Senator Benoit. So I want to tell a little story about what a big part of this project that Ben played into this. Several years ago, a contingent from the city of El Centro, led by myself and Sedalia Sanders, I'm glad you're here today too, Sedalia, went to Sacramento after the state had taken away all of our RDA funds and our bonding for this project. One of the bonds was specifically for the replacement of the El Centro plunge. And things weren't looking very good. We were struggling to negotiate with the state to try to free up some of that bond money. And Ben was instrumental in helping us receive $11 million of that RDA bonds to help us construct this facility. You know, a lot of times we have a lot of hurdles that we have to overcome to get to the finish line, and we were saddled with a pretty big hurdle right off the bat with losing our funding. And so I would really appreciate, I know the council and the city and our residents really appreciate the work that our senator's done on behalf of citizens of El Centro and specifically for this project. So I'd like to bring up Senator Benoit.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, and congratulations to everybody. And just to correct the record, back then there was an effort by the governor and the legislature to end redevelopment, and there were a few of us into an agreement to suspend redevelopment for a few years because we were facing a $45 billion budget deficit, and we didn't want to cut funding for education. And we came up with an agreement that we would suspend it for a few years and then bring it back after. But there was a lawsuit by the League of Cities, and that lawsuit created a judicial decision that eliminated redevelopment. And that was unfortunate for those of us that wanted to keep redevelopment alive. We had to find ways to keep those revenues coming to underserved communities for projects like this, for revitalization projects, to invest in underserved areas to help the communities that had less resources than others. And I'd have to say that I'm very pleased to be here today and celebrate a wonderful investment like this in a community like El Centro that really deserves it. And that's what were the arguments that we made at the time, that communities like El Centro deserve the state's investment and support. And it was a fight worth fighting for. And so it's wonderful to see a facility like this, because having traveled across the state, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, there are few cities in this state that have recreational amenities of this quality. This is an amazing project. It's beautiful, and like many of the speakers before me have said, this is going to be here in this community for a very long time. And these recreational amenities tend to span various generations, various decades, and oftentimes the buildings last many years. And so this is a wonderful investment in this community. When I first got elected, there were no swimming pools in Imperial County. And that's a shame that a county that receives such record-breaking heat temperatures does not have a place of respite for the community to come and recreate and to get relief from the sun. And I can tell you, probably one of the happiest people in this county is going to be Tippy Duck, because his job is going to be easier in helping to ensure that kids don't go into the canals. Now they have a place to go. And since I was elected, this is my 5th swimming pool. And it's not because, I love to swim and I love swimming pools and I love recreation, but I've been working for my cities, for my communities that have asked me to work on these. So, at the same time, I'm very proud to join efforts with individuals that understand the importance of recreation and understand the importance of aquatics. I've often been criticized for saying that, because I was a Boy Scout leader in a Latino community, none of my kids in a predominantly Latino community knew how to swim, and their parents were very afraid to get them into water because of that their children would drown. I think there's a cultural challenge that we have in the Latino community specifically that I can speak to with a lot of certainty. That is something that we all need to work to change, to get members of all parts of the community to have access to wonderful aquatic facilities so they can learn to recreate in many different recreational venues. So thank you to the City of El Centro, to the council members for bringing this project through and building it, but not only for that, making it an example for other communities on how to build high-quality recreational facilities. This is a wonderful, wonderful project, and I'm very proud to have had a very small, minor role in it, and very proud to work with individuals that are really working for the community and working very hard to preserve and protect the public's trust in their leaders. So thank you very much for giving me the honor to be part of this wonderful event, and congratulations to everybody. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to bring up Yvette Diaz, representing Eddie Garcia, State Member, 56th District.
And before you do, I just wanted to,
Read that.
I forgot to present a recognition here to the city and to the aquatic facility for such outstanding facilities and such outstanding work. And I just want to present that to you. Sorry.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Sure, go for it. Okay, now we'll bring up Yvette, representing Assembly Member Eddie Garcia from the 56th District.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Field Representative for Assemblymember Eduardo Garcia, and it is an honor to celebrate with the City of El Centro this important milestone. This state-of-the-art facility was a significant undertaking and requested state action, which the Assemblymember supported at state level. As the co-writer of Proposition 68, he encourages the city to keep applying for grants through Proposition 68 in efforts to expand recreation in the city. We applaud the city's efforts in providing recreation opportunities for the residents of Imperial Valley. And in honor of this, I would like to present the certificate, which reads as follows. To the City of El Centro, in honor of El Centro Aquatic Center grand opening, on behalf of the California State Assembly and the constituents of the 56th Assembly District, I commend you for the completion of the El Centro Aquatic Center. Congratulations on this great achievement and best wishes on your continued success. Signs, Eduardo Garcia. This is for you. This is for Edgar. Thank you.
You know, I see some of them slowly leaking out, and I want to recognize the Central Spartan Drumline. If you were here early, you got to hear their drumming. As a former drummer from the Spartan band, I had to acknowledge them because they're absolutely amazing. So good job, guys. Next, I'd like to bring up County Supervisor Luis Placarte, representing District 2.
Good morning, Ducky. Good morning, everybody. Wow, I can see the face of everybody like right away saying, hurry up, we want to get in there, so I'll be brief. Honorable Mayor, City Council, city employees, staff, members of the community, and neighbors. I see that we have a lot of neighbors in the neighborhood that will now be enjoying the pool right next to them. You know, my wife and I married almost 30 years ago, and I grew up in Calexico. My wife grew up in Heber. And as we were looking where we wanted to raise our children, we began to look at facilities around. We looked at El Centro. 30 years ago, they had Mervin's, they had Miller's Outpost, for those of you that remember. Cameo Buffet, I can attest to that. And then there was places like Buckland Park and The Plunge. You know, as our family began to grow, my wife, my two daughters, they all celebrate their birthday the last 2 weeks in July. So you know it's a summer party, one way or another. So as we began to raise our family, we began to have our family parties at The Plunge. Everybody's looking for a cool place to go in the summer, and it wasn't unexpected that there was 100, 150, even 200 people showing up, where we had to serve hot dogs, because that's what you do when you got 200 people coming. And unfortunately, we lost that to our community and to the other families and the other members of the community as a result of the earthquake. But today, thanks to the vision, the persistence of our city elected leaders, their staff, we are here to do the ribbon cutting at a facility that will replace that. A facility where someday our children's children will be able to tell those stories about those birthday parties that they're having for their children. To the city leaders today, city staff, thank you for your dedication, your persistence. Every time the project seemed to want to go south, you know, it almost was like a rodeo riding a bronco. You stuck in it, and here we are. So congratulations on the opening of this facility today, a facility where, as Pastor Sean Angulo said earlier today, a place for love and definitely memories. Congratulations.
Where's our picture? There we go.
And the mayor, of course. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, next I'd like to bring up Supervisor Ray Castillo, representing District 5.
Well, good morning, everyone. First off, congratulations. I want to congratulate the mayor, city council, and staff for a wonderful job. I served on the city council here back in 2001, 2005, and I can remember going to a League of Cities conference in Monterey, and former city councilman Jack Dunham said, "Ray, you got to see the aquatic center here in Monterey. They got a beautiful complex, and hopefully El Centro someday will have something comparable to what we have here in Monterey." So I went and I toured it, and little by little it's evolved to that today. And when you look at, if you look west from here, you have the basketball court and that center there at the on 8th Street, Martin Luther King facility as well. I mean, the city has done so much for recreation in the city, and you guys need to be commended for that. The City Plunge, I remember going there many years ago too. But I grew up on the east side of El Centro, and I can remember going to our community. We had a 24-inch wading pool where the city community center's at right now. And that was our swimming ground. That's where we would go swimming in 24 inches of water. And then later, as I grew up and went to high school, started going to the City Plunge. But what a beautiful accomplishment, and what you guys have done for the city. And it's just all about improving quality of life, and I commend all of you for doing that. And with that, thank you for inviting me here today. Yeah.
Next, I'd like to bring up the Honorable Judge Monica Negrete. She's also on our Library and Community Services Board. And as she's coming up, I also want to not let that slide that Luis actually said cameo buffet. So for some of you guys that are old enough to remember that, not everybody remembers that. So, Monica.
Good morning, everyone. I want to welcome everybody to the City of El Centro's Aquatic Center. Please join me in a round of applause for the City of El Centro employees and agencies and everyone else who made this event possible today. Also, I would also like to thank not only the Central or the great Spartan band Drumline, hi guys, but also all the boosters that make it possible for them to be here. So thank you very much for getting up early on a Saturday morning. As Jason said, my name is Monica Negrete, and I am here as a board member of the El Centro Library and Community Services Board, or some of us know it as Parks and Recs. Our board mission is to provide a safe and quality indoor and outdoor recreation opportunity for the citizens of the City of El Centro. The Parks and Recreation Department works very hard to provide constructive leisure, educational classes, landscape management, development services within the city, all in an effort to deliver varied, safe, attractive, modern places for the public's recreation, both in and outdoors. The El Centro Aquatic Center represents actually a completion of the Adams Avenue Sports Complex Master Plan, which includes the Martin Luther King Jr. Pavilion, the Sidewinder Skate Park, and now the newly constructed Aquatic Center. The Aquatic Center will be a summer recreation hub for the community of El Centro and the entire Imperial Valley. It has an occupancy of 2,742. I hope I got that right. Yes, Adriana? Yes, she's saying yes, I got it right. Yay. The facility will be used for swim meets, swim lessons of all ages, will be rented for private use, and will be a great place for the entire family to have fun year-round. The Library and Community Service Board and City of El Centro understands the importance of recreation in our community and will continue to invest in parks and recreation activities for the enjoyment and benefit of our community. I am very proud that our community obviously understands the importance of investing in our youth and our families. Today's showcase is evidence of that. There has been a lot of collaboration, a lot of group effort by a lot of people to get us here to today's date. And look at what we as a community can accomplish. That makes me very proud to be part of this community. Thank you, everyone, and enjoy your day.
Thank you, Monica. It's really all about the picture with Tippy, that's why. So next I'd like to bring up the American Red Cross representative from Imperial County Division, Sylvia Preciado. Sylvia, good morning.
Don't panic with a sheet of paper. It's going to be very brief. Good morning and welcome, everyone. I am so proud to be here this morning on this treasure and historical event for the City of El Centro. Aquatics, next to services to the armed forces, is my second best program, of course, life-saving, of the Red Cross. One of the first visits that I had at the Red Cross were the three visitors that I had, not all together, can you imagine, were Sedalia Sanders, Pat Ureña, and her team of Parks and Recreation, and Harold Richwine. May he rest in peace. All three of those people, Sedalia was a former board member, and Pat running aquatics, and of course Harold Richwine as well at Imperial Valley College. A lot of people just assume that our pools are safe and that they are well contained and that they're going to be operating. There's a lot of work that goes into our pools, and today, aside from all of these talking points and the statistics, I want to acknowledge our aquatics program at the City of El Centro, because that is who we are celebrating today. That and their fantastic state-of-the-art aquatic center. This indeed is an aquatic center. It has the pools that will provide fun to everyone. Everyone, no matter mobility issues, no matter age, no matter energy level. I mean, we can just go down that little fun little pond that just can take us through, or you can just go out and swim. I want to applaud the City of El Centro for being one of 50 recipients. Think about this, one of 50 cities that the American Red Cross National Headquarters felt worthy in their presentation of their grant ask to provide them with the Centennial Program, the banner that you see over there, for the past 5 years. One of 50 cities, beating out my chapter headquarters, San Diego, which is still a sore a point for them, but they provided enough commitment in stewarding this scholarship the first year that the City of El Centro, keep in mind, every time we have an aquatics meeting, conference call, City of El Centro is on Connie's lips saying what a great job that our aquatics program is doing at the City of El Centro. Why is that city receiving another year of this scholarship? It's because of the fine work that you all have done. It is because of the terrific teamwork, as our mayor said earlier. It is the commitment to safety. The City of El Centro has been a Red Cross pool consistently, nonstop, since 1982. There are a lot of pools that sometimes take shortcuts because there is an expense in keeping a pool program going. But remember, there should never be a price on safety. I want to commend our cities that have been nonstop Red Cross. I know this is City of El Centro's day, but they work very closely together. Of course, City of El Centro, City of Imperial, City of Brawley have been nonstop Red Cross programs. Of course, the City of El Centro, the longest nonstop since 1982. That is amazing, and that is terrific. I also want to acknowledge the hard work of our lifeguards. It looks like a cool job. This is just a little small handful, but they pay a high price for their training. They pay a high price to be, of commitment to ensure that they stay on top of their abilities to provide life-saving. They can administer oxygen. They can retrieve a person, God forbid. They can tell people, don't run. Tell your children, never run in a pool. But they keep our pool program safe. Some of the pool programs, like Rebecca Korkman, she was a little girl, junior lifeguard, and now here she is, one of our leaders at our aquatics program. So thank you. And city leaders, thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this morning's program. It is truly one of the treasured moments that I have, because I love aquatics. I was a lifeguard, not my favorite job, but it was my first job in Calexico. And it's because it is a hard job. It's a hard job. So applaud our lifeguards, and also Tippy Duck, Imperial Irrigation District, for continuously supporting every single pool in our Imperial County every summer with support monetary support that provides the programs at a lower cost. And then, of course, my beloved Red Cross for the scholarship for the centennial that was released at our 100 years of the aquatics program in the Red Cross. So thank you, everyone, and keep it safe, and let's swim, and thank you again.
Thank you, Sylvia. It was one sheet of paper, but it was size 6 font. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you, Sylvia. Okay, at this time, we'd like to bring up and introduce our aquatic supervisor, that little girl that Sylvia was talking about, Rebecca Korkman.
Good morning, everyone. I'm not little anymore, so. The city of El Centro has a very special place in my heart. Born and raised, have a long family history here, and it's been one of my dreams since I was in high school to give back to my community. And I just want to say thank you to the city of El Centro for giving me that opportunity. So I'm just gonna, again, my name is Rebecca Korkman. I am the aquatic supervisor here for this beautiful facility that we are opening today. Just want to give you a quick rundown of what our facility has in store. So our new aquatic center sits on over 3.5 acres of land. We have an 8-lane competition pool that runs 25 yards. We have state-of-the-art timing equipment, state-of-the-art blocks and starting wedges. So everything the USA national team uses, we have it. We also have a 3-lane instructional and warm-up pool. And that will be our pool that only goes 3.5 feet to 4.5 feet deep. That'll be our swim lesson pool, our aqua Zumba, our water fitness classes. That'll be the place to go when we do our aquatic fitness classes. We also have a children's activity pool, which is great for the little ones. It's a 0 depth entry, and it goes to 1.5 feet deep, and it has cool spray features. And if you notice something very special about our spray features, each one represents a El Centro high school. So we have our purple and gold for Southwest. We have our blue and white for Central. I'm Central alumni, so go Spartans. And we have our teal for Desert Oasis. So that's a very special touch to our aquatic center to make it feel a part of the community of El Centro. And then last but not least, we have a 5,353 square foot lazy river. So that's where you get to enjoy, sit in the inner tube, let the jets wheel you around. And that's where you get to relax. And it's a beautiful day. We have perfect weather. The water is heated to a wonderful 82 degrees in all of our pools. So it's going to be nice and chill, but not too cold and not too hot. So when you are swimming, you're going to feel refreshed and ready to go. We also have a party room that will be open for events. If you want to have a birthday party or maybe a training or a conference, that'll be available. And we also have a concessions area as well that we'll have open today. And we have burritos too. We have burritos, so we'll be hungry. You get hungry when you swim, so we'll be able to provide you food. And last but not least, trust me, you get really hungry when you swim. Last but not least, let's please remember to stay safe. This aquatics is super fun. I know I've been swimming since I was little. I was born in April and I've been a water baby ever since. You could not get me out of the pool until my fingers were prunes. But remember, let's please stay safe, wear that sunblock, drink water, stay hydrated. And in order to visit our facility today, if you are either just want to look around or if you actually want to swim, please fill out a waiver form. Those waiver forms are good for 1 year to date. And in order to enjoy our facility today, please fill out a waiver form over here in our blue tents. And then you'll be able to line up. Once you fill out your waiver form, you'll be able to line up on the right-hand side where Miss Sylvia and them are standing. But you can't get in line yet until you have your waiver form. You have to have your waiver form in hand, okay? But again, that is it for my part. I will step aside so we can get this thing going and we can start swimming. Thank you.
Thank you, Rebecca. As we get ready for our closing remarks from our Community Services Director, I would like to recognize one other person, Liz Arati, that she's running away. Liz Arati, if you guys don't know, does a lot of work behind the scenes to put these things together and make all of us look good. So I want to recognize her. Thank you, Liz. Okay, at this time, Adriana Nava with our closing remarks, our Community Services Director.
I promise I'll be super brief. We're all excited to get in the pool and enjoy the day. So as Jason mentioned, I'm Adriana Nava. I'm the Community Services Director. I would like to thank all of you for coming out to hear the many things that are happening in El Centro. I think our mayor did a fantastic job in presenting this to you. I would especially like to thank all of you for coming out to celebrate this big day, the grand opening of the El Centro Aquatic Center. I know this has been the theme throughout the program, that it takes a huge amount of people to make events like this happen and to make a facility like this one a great one. All of the city staff, all of our department heads, it has been a long process for us. Super exciting for you to be able to actually use it today and share it with all of you. With a project of this magnitude, like I said, it takes hundreds of people working together to make it come together. Our city council has had a great vision for our city. Our city manager, Marcela Piedra, has been a key leader in keeping this project focused and making it come to life. Our Public Works Director, Abraham Campos, worked arduously with our contractor and construction manager to build this state-of-the-art facility. Our architect, if you could please come out here. I see you, Randall. Kimley Horn Associates is also here. Construction manager, Erickson Hall, if you could come out here, Erica and Greg. Also our contractor, this is built by a ton of people, and our contractor gets all our subs going to make something like this happen. Hamill, if you could please come up. And then of course, our tax-paying public. Who's been very supportive of this aquatic feature throughout the years to benefit the future generations. So many others have worked hard at putting this together, and I'm proud to say that I've had the privilege of working with them to assemble a great team for this facility. And we're so proud to share it with you all. Thank you all for your support, and enjoy the state-of-the-art aquatic center in the city of El Centro. Thank you all so much. Really appreciate it. Now let's cut that ribbon.
3, 2.
All right, here we go. You ready? Ready, do it. Yeah.
All right.